With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started.
And off we go to wrap up a great Sunday of football.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Given 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be. Right? When they saw it last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. 15. Now Mahomes. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Hunt. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down for the touchdown now. Look out, you've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Off play action. Anthony, he'll buy some time right.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On play action, it's Mahomes.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
On first down, Anthony.
Another completion here to Hunt.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Jalen Phillips in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Operating from the gun, Anthony. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Shields. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Here we go now on 1st and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
To throw on second down, Anthony. His throw incomplete.
Getting up man that time, man. Put a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he found an absolute bullet. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, Anthony. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Niners post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Now the ball comes loose, and they're able to get this one across the 35. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Mahomes going to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. Shifts past him at the 45. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll try for the first with Walker.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, Anthony. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. They'll try the left side. Shields.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 55 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. On 1st and 10, Anthony. Wide open receiver, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 play.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
A.T. Perry.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the 49ers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and throw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great play there.
His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
21. Seahawks nothing.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Seahawks nothing.
Shut him on this drive, boy! Kill him, offense!
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 18 yards, first down Niners.
18 on the play. First down, 49ers.
Now a handoff up the middle. Shields. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
66 yards rushing for him now to this point. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Back to throw. Anthony. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Jalen Phillips able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
He'll get that out wide to Waddle.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Niners are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Tackled that time by Derek Hall. Remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken in at the 11. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And that will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
At the 46-yard line.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
Shoves him aside, and he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
And the 49ers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
Inside the 20, and he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close.
A big play there for the Niners. 86 yards on the ground. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the...
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And first and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the 7-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. They'll run here on third and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night.
And the 49ers extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign.
Tucker now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Niners 31, Seahawks nothing.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
Still on his feet.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Noah Fant taking it in.
And the Seahawks are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is down to 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
And the 49er first down.
Off the play fake. Anthony. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Yeah, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
On third down, Anthony. That is caught. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
A big third down play there for the Niners. 42 yards. Back to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Throwing on first down. Anthony, flush to his right.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
That one is caught by Hunt. Hook up a 15 yards there. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Now a draw play. It's Walker. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Mahomes now on 1st down.
He completes this to Walker.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles.
And now here's another interception.
Inside the 20.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
You know what it is. Take it to the house.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And that's good for a Seahawks.
Mahomes now on first down. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And now nothing but green ahead of him. To the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they